What's up everyone, it's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and this is a message to all the content creators on YouTube that make, say, guides or walkthroughs or anything like that for, well, just any specific game. You might, that might be the main focus on your channel, or, you know, you might just have it for one specific achievement or one specific trophy or just for one specific game. So, whatever it is, you know, that's, this message is basically to you. So, first off, kudos. You're putting in a lot of hard work. You're obviously under a lot of pressure. To some of you tried to rush them out to be the first person to do it. You obviously put in a lot of the hard work for some of the more detailed and secretive stuff. So kudos, congrats on the hard work, and congrats on all your subs, your views, and all that kind of shit in there. So where this is coming from really, and what will eventually lead to my message, is about 2 weeks ago, I got a free copy of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now, I've been playing that. I played through the campaign, fair enough. I wasn't really that interested in it. But two of my other friends have Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now, they both have the season pass. I did not. But we figured out a way around that anyway. So I managed to get zombies. Basically, I managed to get all the season pass content, specifically for the 3 zombies maps, one in each DLC. So we were playing zombies anyway. We were going through all the kind of, you know, we didn't need any video tactics or anything like that. We've been playing games together with situations like this for years, so we're pretty solid and all that kind of stuff. But eventually, after a few days of zombies, I remembered that in some of the older ones, some of the older Call of Duty games, there was actually a kind of, they're basically Easter eggs, but if you will, they're kind of like 10, 12, 15 step, hard to do, really weird to figure out stories, basically. And they'll give you some sort of bonus Easter egg or some sort of story related thing to the entire process. And I decided, you know, I'm gonna go look one up. So I Googled it. I came across a couple of written text pages, websites and all, just about the specific one. Outbreak was the only level I had at the time. I only had the first DLC downloaded. I only downloaded the other 2 recently, but that was it. So I read through two or three different websites and different accounts of the actual Outbreak steps, what it was basically, and what it would do and why it would do it. So I read through all that, and it was like, okay, I explained it to my friends. We didn't even try it at that point. So I said, okay, hang on, I'm gonna go turn on a video for this. So I turned on a YouTube video. I'm not going to name any YouTubers' names because I don't want people to feel like I'm attacking anyone or anything like that. It's more just a broad general statement. A lot of the videos I found out there, I did watch several different versions of it because there was a couple of inconsistencies, a couple of things that weren't explained, a couple of things that were explained but poorly. So you know, I'm not attacking these YouTubers. I just, it's suggestions, basically, suggested improvements. So like I said, I know some of you are out there, you're rushing to get them out as quick as possible. One guy in one of the videos I did watch, he actually went out of his way to note that he was the first person to complete it and upload it on YouTube. So I mean, you can see where I'm getting it from there. He has to do all that, figure out all that stuff, video it up, actually upload it, and try to get it out there before anyone else, because that's important to him. I'm not saying it's not important, I'm just saying that's important to him. So, one thing, well, not to much, but where my message to you guys who make these videos, this is where my actual message starts. Oh God, how would I word it properly? Please be as concise, not just concise. I realize, you know, you guys out there who are making these videos, you've got how you want to convey this. If you will, you've got your, I'll just, for argument's sake, we'll call it, you've got your persona that you want to convey, you want to use to convey all your videos and all your whatever you want to call it. But you have that, that's fine, you know, do your style of talking, your style of presentation, all that. But one thing I found that was fairly consistent across all the videos was that not everything was explained very well. Now, for the majority of it was, I mean, you'd have like 80% of one video which would be explained very well, 80% of another video would be explained very well, and the 20% parts from each video wouldn't overlap. So they basically, the 20% that would not be explained very well in one video might be explained perfectly in a different video, and not something else in that video would be not very well explained. So, I mean, a lot of the will, again, I'm not going to name any names, but I will use an example of some of the videos I watched. So, it was for the Outbreak Easter egg, which is the first Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Zombies Easter egg level. And throughout there, you'd go through the steps, and they would some of them, they would be very detailed, and they'd tell you practically the entire video would tell you the entire steps, show you almost everything. But sometimes it wouldn't tell you how you would. It's like, okay, you have to do this. It wouldn't tell you how or where. It would just tell you have to do this, or you have to pick up these 4 small little things scattered one in each area, and that's it. I mean, it could just be me, but when I think of a guide or a video or a walkthrough or anything like that, in my head, I do think it's like, okay, this should cover everything. It should be. It doesn't. We'll give it a quick, for argument's sake. It should bullet point, concise, detailed, clear. Cover everything. Another good example is on that level. You have to, on the first level that I was talking about, you have to pick up a bunch of key cards. Now, it's very easy to miss when you get certain key cards. For example, you have to pick them up and all, but until you start getting those key cards, usually you don't even notice it, because on your character ID, it's basically in the background of your character portrait in the bottom corner of the screen, there's a small number. Now that number is very faded, and it looks like part of just the background that you would basically never notice. And when you pick up one of these key cards, that number increases slightly. There's no massive indication. There's basically no way to know. I watched multiple different videos trying to find out how I could tell when I got one, because there's one of them that's very hard to find, because you're very pushed for time, and with the environment of the arena that you're in at the time, it's very hard to see. So a couple of people in the videos, I mean, they'd say, it's like, okay, you can see I just picked up this card. Now, I'm not using their exact words or their exact quotes or anything like that, but you get the point. They will point out that they got the key card. It's like, okay, you just saw me got that key card. It's like, no, I didn't. How do I know you got that key card? How do I know when I get that key card? So that's just, again, that is one example. So they don't tell you that kind of thing. Later on in that level, there's a point where you have to basically kill zombies and pick up stuff they drop until you get to level 49 of keycard. You have, as far as I was concerned, you had absolutely no way of knowing, because no one had ever pointed it out. It's not in like I said a minute ago, it's not in an obvious place, and it's not very easy to see. So I remember when I was actually doing that point, I was killing so many things, and I was like, at this point I have to be up in the 80s for my, I must have picked up about 80 key cards at this point. And then it just happened to look down there as I was looking down at my points as I picked up a key card, and I just quickly noticed it flick in the background. And at first I didn't really notice what it was. I just thought it was kind of like my eyes or a little glitch or something. And then I actually noticed it was the number, because like I said, it's a very inauspicious and not inauspicious. It's a very inconspicuous number. And it looks like part of the background. If you were to look at a high-end digital security passkey, sure, there'd be numbers on there. You'd expect that. So it's very ambiguous. And the only thing I ask is that people, when creating these videos, which again, I am thankful that you make these videos, and I'm thankful that you actually go out of your way to figure all this stuff out and upload it for other people. Again, I do thank you for that. It's just, make it clear and concise. It doesn't have to be bullet pointed, all banged out in 60 seconds. That it doesn't have to be that. That's too much. I mean, that would lose the most of the essence of the video. I'll end it up real quick on one other example. Is towards the end of the Easter egg, when you get your keycard section or your keycard amount to level 49, you have to go around and touch a special panel. There are 4 special panels in the entire level. There's 1 per character. You have to go around and find it. You have to use the individual panel for your character. Now, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm pretty sure every video out there that I watched. Now, I did find multiple ones. I had friends looking for other ones as well. But every video between us that we watched, they would only list 1 or 2 of them, and most of them would just list the characters pad that they were using. It's like, let's just say they were using Oz, which is what's his name, John Malkovich. Yeah, let's say they were using Oz's character. They would use him and run him. It's like, okay, here's Oz's one, and then they would go and finish the thing. They wouldn't tell you where anyone else's were. They wouldn't show you where anyone else's were. And personally, I think it would make more sense that if I sit down and I want to watch a guide or just a walkthrough for some achievement, so I can do it. I don't do this for most stuff. This is just for very specific Easter egg things like that. I'd expect it to be comprehensive. Now, I'm not saying I would expect it to be fully comprehensive. Again, I know you guys are working hard and you're working under a lot of stress and a lot of pressure to do this, and it's definitely not the easiest thing in the world. But I'm sure many people, as I've seen in the comment sections of a lot of your videos, do complain that some of the stuff is either not very well explained or not explained at all. I mean, so it's just some suggestions and tips, if you will. So I think that would be a big bonus to obviously your videos, a big bonus to your channel and your reputation. And because of that, everyone, myself, other people that would watch it and check it out, the fact that you'd be giving them a fully comprehensive video in whatever presentation style you do you, that's all that matters. People would see that. I was like, okay, this guy gives, no matter what character I'm using, he tells me how to do it for that specific character, or where I need to go if I'm using a different character, or where I need to tell my friends to go when they're whatever character. So I think that would benefit your reputation a lot more in the long run as well, rather than being, oh, this guy just rushed out a video just to get one up to be the number 3 guy in the world who put it up there, or this guy just rushed one out to be number 1, to be the first guy out there, and he doesn't explain it for almost anyone, or he doesn't explain anything that doesn't pertain to that one specific character. So it's just food for thought, if you will, suggestions, feedback, and food for thought. Because once again, I'm going to end it with one more thing real quick, and then we'll go on to the comments and all that. So once again, guys, I do thank you for all the work you put in figuring out all this stuff, all the effort you go to put into detail to actually find all this crazy hidden stuff that so many people, myself included, probably wouldn't even ever think about trying to find, and actually putting it together in a what we call a comprehensive YouTube video and putting it up on the internet for people like myself and tons of others to see. I do applaud you for the hard work. I thank you for the hard work, and I give you my kudos as well as a gamer of nearly 30 years almost at this point. So once again, kudos for all that. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about people who make these videos. Not just what you think about people who make these videos, rather what you think about some of the more negative ones and some possible ways that you think people could improve on them. For example, just give me situations where you've went in looking for a video and you clicked into what would be a walkthrough or something like that, and the guy, he explained very little, or maybe he explained it very poorly, or maybe he just basically told you what to do and didn't tell you how, where, when, where, why, who, what, blah, 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 that you couldn't, it was, let me know all that anyway in the comment section below. Other than that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can follow me on Twitter, details in the description below. Thank you for watching. I will see you on the rest of the videos in my channel. And once again, I just want to close this video with a thank you to all the people who put in the hard work to make those videos and upload them to YouTube for other people to enjoy.